What's happening? It's Green Thumb. So we're back again, second video today. Once things start, they just get rolling real quick. What we're doing today for now is we're going to be transplanting some germinated pepper seeds into 72 cell flats. So I'm using Pro Mix Moisture Mix. For those of you who are thinking about getting some soil, it seems to be okay, but it's definitely caking up on the top a little bit. So what I've done is I've added some extra perlite in it to keep it a little airier and a little fluffier. I mean, you know, we're only growing little tiny plants right now, and it's a little hard for them to push through some of this harder cakey stuff, so the perlite's gonna help. I'll flip this camera around and I'll show you what we have happening over here. Okay, here we go. So these are the big reds. They're starting to germinate. Got little tiny roots sticking out. So you see a little one there, a couple up here, one there, one up there. So we're gonna stick these in dirt because I've already got everything set up. So that's the plan. These things are really simple, right? Gonna take our pepper seeds. Little pencil is a dibbler. And we're just going to start making little holes. We're not planting them deep. Maybe a 1/4 inch. They don't have to be deep. I always find it easier when you're doing this to do everything in stages, right? So I'll just go through, make a bunch of little holes. And the nice thing is that because some of these roots are so small, right, I don't have to have big deep holes, pretty much just enough to bury the seed. Bunch of holes like that. And then we grab our little germinated peppers like that. I'm literally just going to take them and drop them down into these little holes. It's looking good. It's not going to take long for these things to crack through the top of the surface. Once they start germinating and growing, they'll get going. So, and also because these roots are so small, I'm not really too worried about making sure that they're facing the right way, because they haven't really started to really grow too much yet. So they'll just spin around and start pointing the right direction. That's it. Just plop them in all the holes. Oh, I think that one's dead. All right, so there we go. That's what's left. So I'm literally just gonna put this back in the bag, zip the Ziploc bag up, and these are gonna go back onto my heat mat. Gotta count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So then we're gonna take our green painter's tape over here. Right? Green painter's tape. Make a little label on it. Big red times 8. Peel it off. Big red times 8. Stick it right here. right on the front. You guys can see that. Now I know I've got 8 going, and I've got extra spaces. I'm not too worried about the 4 extra on this row because, I mean, I've got a dozen of these trays, so as things just start to fill up, I can fill in more holes, relabel them, put in little tags if I need to. So what I'll probably do is I'm gonna finish this. I'll skip this one, and I'll probably start this next row, and we're gonna do paprika peppers on that. And these are seeds from the paprika peppers I grew last year, and they're the freshest ones I have, and they have the best germination rate. I mean, look at, there's very few seeds on that paper towel that haven't germinated yet. So I'm just going to do the same thing with these. 1, 2, 3. You know what? We're going to skip that. Going to make a little line here as a reference. So these will be the rest of my big reds when the rest of them germinate. And then I'll start again for the paprika peppers. Little holes. Like that, work my way through. And I've got way more than that, but I'll just start putting these in holes. Question is where do you start pulling them off the paper? And because these are longer, right? There we go. Because these are longer, I really do need to make sure that the root is facing down into the hole. When you're taking these off your paper towel, see if my phone will focus on it. See the fine roots right up at the end? You want to make sure you're not going to damage those when you're pulling them out of the paper towel. They have a tendency, not deep enough. Looks like we're going deeper. They have a tendency sometimes to grow through the layers of paper towel. So when you're pulling them apart, you really want to make sure that you're not going to damage any. So we're just going to put root facing down. And just keep picking them off the paper. That's a twofer. And I'm not really going to pack these down, like I said. I'm just going to kind of put them in and keep moving. The best way to do it when you're planting lots of seeds is to be systematic, right? Get your trays filled out, and then, you know, just do one thing at a time. That way it doesn't complicate the process as you're working your way through. We're going to have lots of peppers growing this year. Lots. The ones I don't eat, well, I won't be really eating these paprika peppers. I'll be making paprika powder with them, but I'm going to need to get my hands on some applewood because I don't have any left. I think whatever I did have got left at the homestead, pretty sure. So I'm going to have to make some calls to some arborist friends of mine and see if they're doing any work on some apple trees See if I can get my hands on some apple wood. So just make our way through. Gets a little monotonous, I know. Just like that. So as you can see, I'll just carry on all the way through. When these are done, I'm going to water them in and then put the dome on top, and then these will just go underneath the lights. So the season's ramping up, guys. I'm moving in a week, and once I get to my new spot, I'm going to put my greenhouse together. I'll show you guys how I build that. If you guys want to build something similar, I'll show you what I did to put it together. It's really easy, goes together in less than 10 minutes with 2 people. And then put my lights in, and once the lights are in, then we're just going full bore with everything. Herbs, tomatoes, eggplants, you name it. Because I'll be planting mid-May out in the garden, and I want everything to have a pretty good shot by the time we get to that point. So, alright guys, that's about it for this video. I mean, it's just a pepper planting demonstration. Thanks for checking the video out. Have a great day. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit that notification bell, and make sure you're following along, because this is literally just the very beginning of the season. Cool, guys. Have a good one. Green thumb out. Peace.